Nita. Thank you so much for clicking on to this video, well, audio. If you are new to my channel, this is sort of a YouTube podcast. Sometimes I come on with issues that are affecting the natural hair community or things I want to bring up or ask you guys. And if I am not presentable, then I won't come on camera. I'll just do this audio and I'll ask you guys to comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about what I am presenting. And so this will give you an opportunity to um, drive or clean or do laundry or prep food or whatever it is that you're doing where you may not be able to actually watch the screen, but you can still stay tuned and be informed. So today I am coming on because I am having a little bit of a conundrum, you guys. I bit chopped in April of 2012. And so I've been natural almost 8 years. And I have been guilty of trying some of the trends that have been sweeping through the natural hair community. Not all of them, because some of them have just been downright silly. But some that people have tried that have seemed to produce some good results. I it's the way I learn. If I hear somebody else do something, it gives them some good results, then I'll try it too. So, when the lock method became a thing, I tried that to see how that would do on my hair. When people said if the lock method don't work, try the LCO, well then I tried that. That's the only way we can really tell what is good for our hair, by a little trial and error. And so sometimes you get caught up in some of the trends and some of them you don't even bother. However, today's podcast is about the curly girl method. This one has been around for a long, long time. And for those of you who are new to the term, it is a method, a hair care method that was um, introduced in a book by Lorraine Massey. And she is a very, very experienced, long-time cosmetologist who wrote a book called Curly Girl, the Handbook. That was the name of the book. And so this Curly Girl method came from this book. And the basis of the method is that there are just certain things you don't do to curly hair, and then there are, some things you don't do. And there are quite a few rules that go to it, but for the most part, the main concept is that you don't use shampoo, that you either co wash your hair or use a very, very mild sulfate free shampoo, that you don't use heat styling tools, that you don't use combs and brushes, you don't use alcohol, non water soluble silicones, or fragrances. And so most of us do some form of that, one or the other. There may be one or two that you do and then don't do others. So from the curly girl method came this term called the modified curly girl method. It is for those women who wanted to do part of the regimen, but then there are just one or two things about it that they just could not do. For me, I know I have to shampoo my hair. I am a low porosity type 4 natural. My hair gets dry, and so I add product. And if I have to add product at any other point during the week, I'm going to have product build up by the end of the week. So I have to shampoo my hair to um, strip all the dirt and oils and product off to be able to start fresh the next week. And so um, typically I have bought products based on if I'd heard somebody who'd used it before and it was, they had good results. If something was on sale and I'd been eyeing it and I really wanted to try it, I bought things based on just reading ingredients and knowing what I do know about some ingredients and just thinking, oh, this sounds good. I'll try that, just like so many of us. And so I admittedly am a complete product junkie. Now, I love deep conditioners. If you are a normal subscriber of this channel, then you know that I have done a deep conditioner stash series on this channel where I have shown you in episodes all the deep conditioners I have in my stash. And from that, that you know that my love of deep conditioner goes deep. It goes deep. And so I want you to know I've shown you the deep conditioners. I haven't shown you everything. Honestly, I'm just a product junkie, period. I'm very aware of that. And so um, the last couple of weeks, I have been challenged to do the curly girl method on my hair during the wash and conditioning and styling process and refreshing during the week to see how it held up. You guys, the last couple of weeks, I have stripped um, my hair of any products. Well, I shampooed initially, and then I tried to use products where the product brand is known to just all over the board not have alcohols, not have silicones. Now, some of those that are have fragrances are okay because I think when you and I think of fragrances in these days, we think of those brands like Miche, She Scented, Soultanicals, Curls Dynasty, all of those very, very natural hair brands that have fragrances that are just wonderful. They are absolutely delightful, whether they're sweet or florally or just fresh, clean or mild, fresh scent, whatever it is. I'm not talking about those kind of fragrances because those fragrances are natural fragrances, and those are okay. In Lorraine's book, she is talking about those artificial chemical fragrances that some of the big box companies put inside their products and call it fragrance. Those kind are not good for our hair. So I'm excluding um, the fragrance part. But for the last couple of weeks, I've been using products that did not have alcohols, did not have silicones. I've continued to shampoo, but I've used sulfate free shampoos and I've co washed during the week. And again, with a mild co wash from one of those companies that was, as long as the shampoo or the co wash proved that it could get some of the pre poo out of my hair and strip down some of the dirt and product buildup, then that is what I used. And here I am at the end of the this experiment, and you guys, I really have to admit, I feel like I've been played. Like my hair is so much better off using this modified curly girl method, I'm going to call it, because again, I do use shampoo. I was, and I do I use a detangling brush when I detangle my hair as well because my fingers just would never get all the tangles out that I would like for it to get out. So I call it the modified version of the curly girl method. But what I have noticed is that the last couple of weeks, my hair is so much more moisturized. It is way softer. It holds the style longer. Like I can sit even right now, like I keep my hands in it because it doesn't even feel like my hair. So I'm using some of these products that before I swore were just okay, and now having stripped the silicones from my hair and using products that are just from all natural sources, my hair feels amazing. And I am sitting here looking at this stash of products thinking, oh my gosh, like I have a ton of stuff here, and most of them have silicones in it, more than half for sure. And a lot of them have alcohols in it, not the cetyl alcohol and the sterile alcohols, because those are good alcohols. There's a difference in those, but um, I'm, I think I'm tripping. I'm just kind of, I don't know what to think. Am I the only one? Has anybody tried this curly girl method and found that they got way better results and now they're looking at all the things that they have in their stash that do not um, all the things in their stash that are not curly girl friendly and thinking, what am I supposed to do with all this stuff? I mean, obviously I want to do what's in the best interest of my hair and what's going to make it healthier, but I can tell a tactile difference in the way that my hair felt before and the way it felt now. There is something to the silicones in these products, you guys, and I have just got to be the first one to admit it. I believe I tried the Curly Girl method when this book first came out years ago, and at the time there just weren't as many options on the market as there are now. Some of the natural hair care black owned brands that I buy from just weren't around at that time, and so I was more into keeping my hair moisturized and styled and looking good. And so a lot of the products at the time gave me that, but I did not realize that that silicone in those products was not giving my hair the feel like it was supposed. My hair didn't feel like what it was supposed to feel like. So if you are aware of silicones at all, then silicones are a plastic. It is a very thin plastic that are used in a lot of manufacturing and industrial processes. And so these very small plastics are in a lot of hair products because they give your hair shine. It will lay down your cuticle. It makes your hair feel very smooth and moisturized initially. And within the next day or two, you're like, this is a total different head. Like this feels nothing like it did yesterday, or it don't look anything like it did yesterday. And our hair really can maintain some moisture and hold with the right products. So if you think about like right now your head of gorgeous hair, and if somebody put a thin plastic coating over your hair, what's going to happen is um, nothing is going to be able to penetrate that plastic. Like if you try to go and add more additional moisture to your hair during the week by using a product or refresher spray, the chances of that moisture being able to get through are really, really small because you have that coating over it. And that is the exact same thing some of the products with silicones will mimic on your hair. So I've got to rethink this thing. I don't know what to do, you guys. I just wondering, what do you think? Have you all used the curly girl method before? Have you all even heard of it? I did earlier today go on to um, naturalcurly.com just to see a poll that they had done before, and it revealed that 7% of people that did the poll anyway say that they operate on the curly girl method. 3% said that they had tried it, but that it didn't work for them, and they end up going back to just whatever products they wanted to use. 10% said that they use a modified version of the curly girl method, but 77% said that they had not even tried it, that they had no idea how it would work for their hair. And the proof is on my head at this point. The polls are pointless, and what anybody else say is just doesn't hold a lot of weight with me right now because I feel the difference. I can see the difference, and it is just blowing my mind. So I've got to figure out, what am I going to do? Am I going to continue this modified curly girl method and get rid of all of these products? I mean, it would almost take my stash down by 60% easily. Because mostly the silicone, they are really, really popular, really, really profound in deep conditioners. That's where you find them the most, particularly the big box brands, our natural black owned companies of women who are catering to us and alter and modifying their products to fit our hair needs. Those don't typically have silicones in it, but the ones we buy out of the stores, typically the retail big brands that everybody know of, almost all of those have silicones in it. And so I've got a problem on my hand. I mean, I want to do what's best, but that would mean a humongous, humongous sacrifice. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys and to see where you all were in this audience here. Where do we stand? There's a little less than 100 subscribers on here at this point, and I would love for as many of you as possible to weigh in and let me know if you've ever heard about this or tried it and didn't like it, hated it, doing it already, just whatever your stance is on it. I would love to get your opinions. So that is all, you guys. Don't forget, if you are new to this channel, do subscribe because I am going to be doing more frequent audio sessions like this. And also, I am posting videos every single day in the month of February. And I have a ton more of videos coming up that I'm going to be posting 2 to 3 times a week after the month is over, and so you don't want to miss it. I'm definitely going to continue to stay on this curly girl method and continue to study my hair and see how it does. And we may end up perhaps doing a little challenge if you all are interested, and we can all kind of do a little mini test together, and you all let me know what you think about that. Anyway, I don't want to keep you forever. Thanks so much for listening. Please be sure to comment. I am really anxious to know what you guys think. You are the only community I have of people to talk to about natural hair, and I love hearing from you, and I truly value your opinion and your time. You guys, I will see you tomorrow. Be sure to look for the video that will be posted tomorrow, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Until next time, bye bye.